a chance to experience something really awesome because we're going to be racing at Atlanta for our truck series. Up in the booth tonight, it is yours truly, one of the voices of Hennessy Performance League, the Fighting Now, aka Jake, and tonight, boy, do I have such an amazing booth for you guys, and I'm going to head and talk to one of them real quick. He is, and they're both Xfinity Series drivers, but yet one of them, he loves his Randy Orton, but he also loves to go out and race. I'm talking about Mr. Electric Days himself. Electric, welcome back to the booth, man.
What's up?
How you doing tonight? Are you ready for some exciting racing at Atlanta?
Yeah, trying to see what these drivers can do here at this tire saving track.
Very well said, and sorry about that. I had something lodged, but I'm good. But also, I think this might be the first time for us to get a chance to work with this guy. He is also an Xfinity Series driver. He races in the number 4 car. Please help and welcome to the booth for the first time, Mr. Slick NASCAR. Slick, welcome to the booth.
Thank you. And, I'm excited to be up in the booth with y'all tonight and watch the action from up in the booth and not down there racing on the track today. So,
Okay, it's going to be a very exciting race. We cannot wait because it's going to be a very exciting one. Of course, in case you guys missed our coverage of our race from last week at Canadian Tire, you guys missed out on such an amazing race. We had Xfinity Series driver Speed Racer who coincidentally pretty much won in his home country of Canada. Electric. I know that when it comes to racing, such as Canadian Tire, you're going to be seeing a lot of different hot seat drivers. But of course, Speed took advantage of that and got himself a win. What did you think about his performance last week?
I think it was great. He did a great job capitalizing on what he could do at them road courses and got himself the win. Also got himself the win later on in that week and won at Darlington after our caution field race. But great job to him because he been able to capitalize on them type of mistakes and really appreciate driving around him.
Yeah, very well said. And of course, something about this so slick is that there's one driver that we definitely need to talk about who's got a lot of momentum going into this race, and I'm talking about Shake and Bake. Yes, even though he did not win, he still finished in the top 3 and had a really good solid run. But yet, going from road course to what would you say? This is like what, maybe a half a mile track? I mean,
half a mile about that,
I
yeah.
mean, and plus the conditions are gonna be different because you have to worry about tire saving. What's the one thing that Shake's gonna have to focus on once we get back out there and racing?
Yeah, and like I said before the stream started, you don't normally see trucks racing in Atlanta, so I'm gonna be very interested in seeing how these truck guys are gonna handle Atlanta with all the tire saving and possibly maybe fuel too. So I think in order for Shake to win or get a top 3, he's gonna have to save some tires and not get involved in any bad wrecks and be up front because you don't want to really be in the middle of the back of the pack.
Yeah, very well said. And something I've always thought about is that tonight is gonna be a very interesting night because we not only have not one but 2 hot seat drivers, and get this, they're both Cup Series drivers. I'm going to introduce them both. Pretty much one driver, he is a team owner, and the other one's been. I can hear myself in the background. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, the other driver pretty much has been making some wins in the Cup Series. So it'll be both Captain Jack and YB Beta. This is going to be a very exciting one, and I can still hear myself. Is anybody on the stream?
No.
Uh,
No.
okay then. Maybe it's me, but anyways. So both YB Beta and Captain Jack is going to be running tonight. Electric, I'm going to talk to you about this. Is that we've seen YB Beta get himself some wins up in the Cup Series. Yet, do you think that the Truck Series drivers are going to have to step up their game, considering the fact that they're racing against a guy who's had about maybe 2, 3 wins in the Cup Series?
I feel like they're gonna have a little bit of a challenge, but as long as Wabi better, him and a couple of his friends be having plenty of times on their hands, be able to practice and actually can compete a lot more than what everybody else could do. Um, I feel like Wabi better would be able to know what he's able to do in these first stages, and then as he would hope to come out with the win. Um, It's just I feel like it would be a lot for him because this pack here of truck drivers, they're known for being aggressive just like him, but it's going to be harsh for him today.
Very well said. And something about this so slick is that these drivers are gonna have the work cut out for them because when it comes to Atlanta, I mean it's not always just with the competition that's shaking things up, but it's also the conditions. So what's something that these drivers are gonna have to be very aware of once when we go racing?
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight that track. I mean, we all know Atlanta can be nicknamed Hotlanta because it's so hot over there in Georgia, but like the Cup cars and Xfinity cars drive way differently compared to Atlanta or compared to trucks. So they're gonna have to probably fight a more of a tighter car than probably per se a looser car like you would in the Cup or Xfinity. So it's gonna be track conditions and probably fighting like a tight truck for most of the series.
Very well said. Well, let's go ahead and get to our current standings right now as far as the truck series. And right now it is Shake and Bake who is in the lead. Got himself one win, at least already, like four top fives at least. And not to mention is that he's got a 59 point ahead of Logan Aim. And then far right behind Logan it is Moose, Nate the Beast, Movement, Sikkim, Secure the Perks, Terrell the Phantom, Elite Martyr, and then of course GTRL the Sauce. And of course, below the cutoff line, it is H Wigs and Porchy Dudes, the Electric. When it comes to the guys that I just mentioned that are below the cutoff line, not to mention Captain Dead Dad, Dalator, and Fluffy Sacks, these drivers are going to have to be able to do something like in order for them to be able to get above the standings and, of course, get inside to where they know that they can be able to move on to the playoffs. Because, I mean, time's running short for these drivers, ain't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. I mean, it's not all the way over for them yet because remember you still have plenty of weeks. You got until June to at least get inside that top 10. Now remember we do have wild card, so if you lose, well, if two people win outside of the top 10 in points, then they would take that wild card spot. So we'll go down to 8 people only for points. And I feel like they need to just stay consistent. That's what you got to do in order to make it to the playoffs and then focus on your strategy or your plans to go on from there.
Yeah, not to mention because once when we get done here, I mean we're getting ready to go to what is known as Richmond on steroids. We're heading over to Iowa next week, so a little bit of short track racing. What more can you say? But what I gotta ask you that, and I think Electric. I think we need to go ahead and have Slick make this pick. But yet, is there anybody that in particular you want to see win tonight?
You know, I've been really impressed by this driver, and he's currently sitting second in points right now as we speak behind Shake. I'm going to go with, I've raced with him personally myself in a lot of other leagues. I'm going to go with Logan. I think if he can have a good run and be up in the front, we could possibly see some strategy, and I'm going to take Logan to win here at Atlanta.
All right, very well said. That's a very bold pick. Electric Days. I know there's a lot of drivers, especially with those that'll be running tonight, especially from our hot seats. Who you keeping an eye on? Who do you see winning tonight?
Who I'm keeping an eye on is Moose. I also know a lot about him. Me and him are nearly almost best friends. Um, I know he knows his track a lot more than some drivers would inside of the race, but I feel like Moose is the one to watch. Don't be surprised if he be up there in the top five. The person that I have in this race this time, uh, let's see, because this is a interesting truck group. Um,
It's a very interesting
After
group indeed.
Shake, it's a mix. Yeah, after Shake, it's a big mix of people that can probably they can shake up the standings pretty well, but there's a lot. There's only one driver with a win, and that's Shake in this league right now for trucks. I have GTR L6. Feel like he's been able to be consistent. That's why. Let me see if he's racing today. Let me make sure.
We're allowed to join. We're allowed to join. Electric, can you invite him?
I will.
All right, thank you. All
No,
right.
GCR is not running. Dang it! Ah, because he's just so consistent. That's why. All right,
Yeah,
I picked
again.
Sikkim. Sikkim is another driver that is consistent, but he can. There's a lot of things that go into it for him.
All right, and once again, don't forget to invite Slick so that way we can just have him to watch this race. And also, by the way, not to mention is that tomorrow is going to be a very huge day because tomorrow the Xfinity Series are going to be racing over at Dover. I think that is a Dash for Cash race, and of course,
Yes, that is.
not to mention the Cup Series will be racing over there in the great state of Texas. So that's going to be a very good one. That's the Terrorist is going to be starting on the pole, and we're underway at the Camping World 200 at Atlanta. Looks like movement's on the outside, and of course, somebody that we haven't get a chance to really talk about, that is the 15 of Nate the Best, who had a really great run last week at Canadian Tire. And of course, and I hate to bring this up, the last time we saw Terrell the Phantom, he got involved into a 3-wide incident with Sikkim and ended up getting power drive. So glad to see he's up there inside the top 5.
Loading in right now.
Already 3 wide. Jason Cole's in the middle. He's gonna have to get himself out of there. Oh, somebody went to the outside wall already. And
Oh,
a
they
white
are
truck
getting crazy.
already, and it's getting dicey. But let's go ahead and get. Yeah, that was the 22 of Dalator. So let's go ahead and get back up to the front here, guys.
Currently we got Moose in the lead, followed by, I believe that is Movement in the 4. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think
Yeah,
that is
Movement's in the 4,
Movement.
then Nate the Best in the 15. So, but
Yeah.
right now, Terrace is in the lead. He's going to be leading the first lap of this race, which is a really good thing. But of course, somebody that we've really not talked about is that Ford driver, aka Movement. He seems to think that Atlanta is his best track, and by golly, at the start of this race, he's doing a really good job there, Electric.
Yep, there he goes. As they going side by side right now for second place. The 15 is blocking extra hard on the 00. As the forward movement is going to fall back now, fall behind in line. Great job by my teammate. He's leading the race right now, needing to keep that up. So I'm really going to be happy at the end of the night.
Slick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Moose here. It's good seeing him up front, especially because he is coming down from the Cup Series as he didn't wanted to race more in the Truck Series. So, and he's currently sitting 23rd in points, so he needs a big points day here at Atlanta to try to get into the Truck playoffs by the end of the season.
Yeah, and not to mention, is in case anybody's wondering, as far as our hot seat drivers, I did check this out though. It looks like YB Beta is going to be racing in the 52. I think Captain Jack's going to be racing in the 56 tonight. So you have to keep an eye on those 2 drivers here. But yet, let's go and get back up to the front right now. It is all terrorists right now, and of course, right now, Movement's got to be able to figure out a way to be able to pass them. But I think with a race where this track wears and tears so much on the rubber that you have to take care of your tires. Because, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say they're getting dicey back here for about 7th and 6th. They're almost going 3 wide, entering turn 1.
Yeah, I'm saying I definitely have to get onto that because right now we're seeing though too. I think that might be Sikkim. I could be wrong. Stuck on the outside, and yet this is the thing though, is that it's kind of like a Daytona perspective. You're gonna have to run the best lines you possibly can, but things are getting really interesting as far as the front though, still remaining the same. Of course, of course, a couple of guys. Third Sack is having himself a struggling run. 3, maybe 4 drivers are not catching up to the rest of the field. But back to the front though, the 4 is trying to be able to pass the 97. But I do see one driver, aka the 21 of Think Emotions, and I'm hearing some spinning going on, guys, in the update.
Nope, nobody is spinning. I think that's just a little bit of a lag or bump. I don't. They must have bumped each other.
I think it might have been. Yeah, because I'm spectating Dank, and he's currently running inside the top 5 at the moment, so it might have been a little bit of lag there.
Yeah, we're right along with the 18 of Jason Cole, and you can see that he doesn't want to run into the 21, which, by the way, I do love that Wood Brothers scheme that he's running. I did get a chance to talk to Dank earlier today, and he says that we should be expecting him to run up to the front. And as far as Shake and Bake, who's currently in the middle of this pack, he said that he doesn't know what to expect, but expect a great race regardless. And looks like there are 2 drivers going into the pit road already. That is the 21 of Dank Emotions and, of course, the 2 of Shake and Bake. So a little bit of a strategy playing out here, allegedly, because we talked about tires. I think that's exactly what they're planning on doing, but they have to be able to be worried about being a lap down.
Yep, there they go. We got 2 cars already signaling to come in. That's my teammate, Terrace. And there's also a truck behind him. I also wanted to point out a truck that I really like to see right back out of here. Right back out here. Jason Cole. Oh, the 00 almost got down to the
4 in
grass.
the 00 almost.
But the 18. I like to see that truck right back out here after it being retired because of R-Bells. R-Bells. Glad to see you in the Xfinity series as we see multiple trucks coming into pits. Glad to see this 18 back in action, and hope Jason Cole can work his way up from pits. Oh, and there's the pack of cars. Truck pitting. Oh, Jason Cole missed pit road.
Oh my gosh.
A huge incident, and that's the problem here with Atlanta. It's a kind of a tricky pit road to enter, so you gotta watch out for all the other drivers.
Yeah, Jason Cole missed it.
Yeah, tough break for him, and he was running 5th by the time this green flag run or this pit stop cycle happened. So if anybody can find a stream, let me know who is currently in the lead. That'd be really great.
I believe Shake might be in the lead. I'm not positive on that though.
I'll say Shake. I'll say real quick. Sorry to cut you off, but I mean Shake is heading up to the front stretch. So maybe we'll have to figure out as far as an update when we bring it to y'all as far as the leader.
I will see right now as I'm watching Shake stream. The 56 is in the lead right now.
The 56.
That is Captain Jack. That is one of our hot seat drivers, and he is currently coming down.
Sick him into the wall down by the backstretch. The 23 got into the wall.
Oh Lord. Where is Sickum at? I gotta find him. Yep.
Sickum. Oh, the 00 is down pit road. I don't know if he has an issue. No, he's just entering the pits. Okay, he was going really slow.
Yep, is the leader coming in the pit already.
Yeah.
8 laps to go on the stage.
Yeah, and it's crazy how so easily these drivers are gonna have to come down a pit road. And already we're seeing a little bit of strategy. We've seen it from both the 21 and the 2 of both Tank and Shake and Bake. And as far as the leader, it was Captain Jack. We have too many captains, but right now Jack was in the lead. But I'm sure that we do have a different lead once when we get the update. I wish we had the stuff that F1 does, but
I got it. Shake is right now your leader with 6 coming to the line.
Shake and Bake is your current leader at the moment. All right, thank you there for that information there, Mr. Electric. Shake and Bake running stuff really good. I guess this is your current top 3 at the moment. I think that might be H-Weeks and looks like Terrace running top.
Yeah, I believe Moose is top 3. Oh, well, maybe. I think Nate's in there as well, battling for P2, looks like.
Yeah, this might be it. Yeah, this might be our three truck battle for second place as Shake and Bake is going to pull away from these guys. Right now,
the top.
Go ahead.
Oh, my fault, Jake. But the top 5 right now, Secure the Perks, Nate the best in 3rd, Secure the Perks in 2nd, Terrorist is in 4th, 5th is Movement.
5th is Movement. So pretty much we're seeing Nate and 98 battling out for position, I'm assuming then. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, all these drivers that pit like I think 2 to 3 laps before a lot of these other drivers cannot make it on tires. Not almost all of them cannot make it.
And you said Secure the Perks is in 2nd, right?
Yes, they can make it, but they have to save the tire because it wears up too much. Because Shake is right now on 40 with 4 laps to go. Now coming to
Whoa,
3.
oh my. Sorry to interrupt, but we got a battle between the 52 and the 20 as they almost collided down onto the
52.
apron, exiting 4.
Yeah, that is YB Beta, somebody that we talked about who has been one of, if not the best JGR car out there, especially ever since the start of the season. That's been helping to get the JGR the momentum of wins in YB Beta. Of course, somebody that we talked about who desperately needs points right now, that is Logan Aim. And if he can be able to get himself a win here, just imagine him get a chance to go to the playoffs. Just imagine how huge it would be for Logan Aim to move on to the playoffs, especially representing the 20.
Yep. I mean, it's a lot for Logan. He needs a whole team to support him, and I think that's what Penske do for here. He
Yeah.
supports him a lot.
Yeah, so I've been watching Small these last couple laps. He is also below the cut line, but he's been running in the top 10 for most of this stage. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see Small at the front of this race by the end.
Yeah, I say, let me go ahead and find Small real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I'm talking about Shake right now, it's 1 lap to go, and Shake is under 6% on his tire. So right now, he is on verge of blowing the tire. This is the last lap of the stage.
Oh, contact between the... Here comes the 98.
There goes the 98. He refused to lose the stage. The 15 in the wall. The 97 with the second place.
Moose is going to get second.
And stage 1 winner, the 98 of Secure the Perks. What a stage that was.
How about that?
Wow.
Secure the Perks, I think he started about middle of the pack and ends up winning the stage. So good job there by the driver of the 98 truck for full sport.
And good job to Dr. Terrace, who started on the pole, but yet after what happened with Shake and Bake is now pretty much finished second in that stage. So even though Moose had a battle, I mean, not Moose, but Shake and Bake, he still managed to finish inside the top 5. So, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due.
Yes, despite running on 6% tire, he still managed to get a top 5.
I'm sure the 15 of Nate the Best will not appreciate the contact that was made, but either way, though, things happen. But speaking of that, let's go ahead and get back to the front as Secure the Perks, is going to lead things. We're back on the way here at Atlanta. As you see the 15 on the outside, there you see, the contact between the 52 and the 4 of Movement and YB Beta. That's a teammate right there. And look at the bottom. Look at who is trying to be able to pass for the lead. That is the 15 of Nate, the best, who's going to be able to take the lead. But, barely gets in the window of Movement and Logan Aim. So good job from Secure the Perks right now, as we do see a second line moving to the outside. But the thing is, though, is that the top's going to run more on tire wear. There's a wreck going on in the back. That is Fluffy Sacks. No surprise there. But right now, back to the front we go.
Yeah, we got Logan. Look at Logan here running in 4th. Like I said in the pre-race show, he can be consistent, possibly win this thing, and he's right now battling YB Beta for 4th, trying to pass Wicks Secure the Perks for 3rd.
Yeah, and of course we do have a new leader in the 4 of Movement. Movement does take the lead from Nate the Best. I think around this time you're gonna have to be careful and try to at least save some tire, because I understand that you're in the lead, you can't help it. But unless when do you think these drivers are gonna have to come in?
Well, right now I just checked their fuel and their laps. Their fuel is on 13, and the lap is lap 14 when they hit the line, so their fuel will go down to lap 12. They're 2 laps away from saving fuel, but also you have to save tire. So pretty much impossible for anybody to say, bunk it, I'm going to go ahead and not pit and try to save tire and fuel. So these drivers are going to have to go to pit and around like 2 to go. 2 to 3 to go.
This is going to be interesting, but now Secure the Perks does take the lead, and somebody that we've not got a chance to really talk about much, somebody who's been in control of the free agent races, and admin himself, Captain Dead Dad, he just pushed the 4 out of the way.
Oh, they're going to 21 in the wall. That's
20
a bad day for him.
Oh Lord.
21 into the wall. As we go.
Oh,
Oh, the 17. Oh, no, oh, Moose
Oh
into the
my
wall
gosh, that's a wreck.
and
That's a wreck.
That's a win. He's flipping.
he's flipping.
He's flipping.
Oh man, that's immediate caution. That's immediate caution. Yeah.
As I was trying to go to where exactly it happened because I was on Moose and then I
I'm
just saw
sorry for
them
missing that,
wreck and
guys.
then Moose ended up getting involved in that.
Wow.
Which Moose ended up starting in the back at the start of the stage. So, like I said, you don't really want to be in the back of the middle. You want to be more up front more than being towards the back. So, let's see what if Moose can rebound and get himself back up into that top 5.
Well, Electric, I think you say is that so much for strategy, right?
Nope. Can't say that. Because as they're pitting right now, I think they would have enough fuel, but they don't have enough tire. Could say that as they head back to the green flag.
Back on the way. Here we go with Logan on the outside. Of course, right behind Secure the Perks is the 52 of YB Beta, and they definitely they're stacking up. Oh my god!
Wow,
What a break for Porgy.
The points leader with issues.
Oh god. It looked like he just got spun there. Gotta check.
As I was going to mention how YB may be a cup guy, but he's not going to go easy on these truck guys. He's going to race them as hard as he can to try to win despite being in cup. So we'll see what YB can do.
Yeah, Shake was under the O2, and the O2 ain't give him space, and he got on that apron, and that would cause Shake demise to spin out. Now there would be 7 laps, I'm for sure, 7 to 6 laps to go.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they don't have to worry about any tires or fuel for the stage.
As a break for Porchy as he spun and ended up getting the caution. So.
It's going to be a very interesting restart as we're now back on the way for the 3rd time, and of course, and that says connection quality is currently. Hopefully, the connection is still going on very strong. At least I hope.
Secure the Perks leads. Logan aim in second. YB trying to get underneath the 20.
Logan blocked the 52.
He ain't allowing it. 5
Logan,
4 to go when we hit the line.
Logan's blocking the. Logan is blocking YB. Oh my god, the big one!
The whole build part of it. What a
the
day!
Big one! Oh my god, we just witnessed the big one in Atlanta, boys. My
Shake
goodness.
made it through. I don't know how. That was the end of the stage. Shake made that. How?
Wow. And I believe Secure the Perks is going to win the stage.
Yes, Shake was in the middle of the pack when that happened and made it out the hood.
Wow.
I don't know, with no damage.
I do want to say that the 40 did see Jesus, because I don't know if y'all saw Fluffy when he was in the air, but yeah, that definitely. I hope somebody from the league clipped that, because that was insane.
So now we are back here again. People got to take tires and fuel. Should be.
I gotta. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I gotta give credit to Shake there in the middle of the pack and somehow driving through that wreck. I don't know how.
Cush Knight in the lead.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know, but this is going to be interesting, to say the least, especially if you're the 98 and you have your teammate right in front of you, knowing full well this is about to be a train wreck. Oh my lord, the movement.
Oh, speaking of the 2 car, here comes Shake in 3rd.
Oh my god, the 16.
Okay.
Or the terrorist.
Ooh, that 97, man. He was on that yellow line.
Gosh.
Here we go, man.
They're getting crazy back there in the middle of the pack.
Oh, the 21 recoils off the wall. That's a one-car wreck. The 21 day might be over if a caution don't come out. Then gotta be
and Secure the Perks is trying to be able to take the lead from his teammate in Kushnite. Kushnite said, sorry, but I want to be able to have some TV time too. But the thing is, though, is that you have a lot of drivers that are faster than he is, but he's still going to stay in front of them.
Look at that 2-car of Shake. He was just driving through the middle of the pack avoiding a wreck, and he's back up here into 3rd.
Yep, 25 laps remaining, coming to 24 with 12 laps of fuel. So they have to split the stage. Here come YB better coming up the third stage.
Shake tried throwing the block on YB.
YB, he's asking you, why would he be better? As now he's in 3rd place.
Oh man, and yeah, look at the 3 truck battle between H-Wix and 18 of the 2. And now that YB, well, he's not really clear because he's got the 18 on his sights. And
oh, he's now inside of the 88. YB going to 2nd.
If I'm Secure the Perks, I'm looking at a mirror, I'm realizing who's right behind me, and somebody is like echoing. I know it's not me.
You might need to plug in, and you might, just in case.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not me, which I mean, it wasn't, but.
Okay. Alright, the 18 coming up into 3rd place. Here he go.
And it's 23 Sikkim stuck to the outside wall. He's going to go all the way to the back. But meanwhile, now that Beta is now got the 98 in his sights.
As you've got the 45 of Wix driving himself up into 4th, and you got Logan and Movement right behind him as well as Small in the 02 and Shake right behind him.
Yeah, and of course, you know, somebody that we talked about that desperately needs to have a good run, that is 18 of Jason Cole. He is currently below the cutoff line, and if he can be able to get himself a top 3 or top 5 here today, this would make a huge momentum going into Iowa next week.
Yep, I mean, for right now, you need to save fuel and tire for the 2nd stint of after pits. You have to run it all the way out of fuel, which is pretty much impossible. And you have to save tire after that. And probably a tiny bit of fuel, but not that much. So the top 2 are not pulling away. Let's see what the 2 pack trucks can do here.
Oh, Movement! Oh, almost a freaking incident back there in 3rd. Meanwhile, YB is right on that back bumper of the 98 truck.
He refused to lose!
He's right there on the inside of the 45! Oh my gosh.
This is, meanwhile, if I'm this pack, I know y'all want to battle, but y'all gotta get into a line or you're not gonna catch that 98 or wide Beta in the 52. They're just gonna pull away.
Yep, and they do got a lap car in front of them too.
And that is taking motions right in front of them, so, but if I was Movement, I would just focus on running my line and just kind of hope and pray that the 21 does block, secure the Perks. That was a bit close, but, and of course, the Tank does now go lap down. He kind of needs to hope and pray that a caution does come out for him to get the lucky dog at the moment. As we're still green, surprising enough, we had a lot of cautions in Stage 2. And if you're just now tuning in to Fighting Out, aka Jake, Electric Days, and Slick NASCAR fan is in the booth for tonight's truck race. And we're happy to have you guys with us here because this is getting really crazy, really dicey.
Yep, here we go. We still have that for inside the top 3. Great job by him. 2 trucks coming in the pit road. This is where it get dicey here again. Once again, guys, as you are in here and watching this beautiful broadcast. Today we have had problems coming into pit road. There's too many trucks coming in. As now, once again, let's see what can happen here as they enter turn 3 and 4. Let's see how much carnage, or see if it's going to be clean as possible.
As YB is going to enter the pit and aim follows the 88, I believe. Oh, the 16!
Oh, the 16! Back up on the track.
The 16, I think movement might have gotten spun into pit road. I'm not exactly sure.
The 51 missed pit road, didn't he?
Grass. He missed pit road because of the 16.
As we got a bunch of guys. We got aim. We got slide shooter into the pit. We got small.
And Secure the Perks is coming in this time, and I think we now
Around the
have.
oh, he hit the wall! He hit the
Oh my!
wall!
Oh, he's into the wall!
As he
That's.
chokes the lead!
Oh my
As
gosh! Oh
as
my
And
Sickham's
now
god!
gonna
he's
sick
back
'em
in it.
kids. Sickham
What?
is
Oh
into the pits.
no! Oh no! No no no! That is a
What is
bad.
Here we go.
that
Shake is
is
in the lead.
that is
Let's
just
see.
you can't make mistakes like that. That is gonna cost you a win and possibly a top 5.
Shake is staying out.
Oh,
No, he's
Logan
not.
and
He's staying
And not to
Movement and
mention.
Logan are slow down here. Movement, I don't know if Movement's having an issue or what, but he is slow on that below the apron.
Not to mention is that at the time, Secure the Perks was in the
in the lead.
lead. Like wow.
Yeah, it's costly mistakes.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's the part of the racetrack. It's hard to enter pit road here. You just can't make mistakes like that. It's just costly, and that's what happened.
As I believe Movement missed pit road because I believe he might have gotten spun into pit road.
All because of his teammate Captain Dead Dad. So we'll let you. Do you have any updates as far as the lead?
No, I'm waiting for shit to get out of pit road. Here we go. The 21 is in the lead right now.
That is Dank Emotions. Dank is your leader.
Yeah,
Followed by, I'm pretty sure YB's in second. I'm mistaken.
as Joker would say, 21. Can you do something for me at the moment? But right now, Dank is in the lead. And I mean, we talked about it. He needed to be, be on Lucky Dog, and by God, he's got his lap back. And not only that, but he's also in the lead. So this is going to be a really interesting strategy. As now,
Oh, Dank
Oh,
below the
coming in
apron
the
as he
pit.
got. I think he's coming into.
yeah, he's coming into pit road, or yeah, he's coming to the pits time
He's
by.
slowing up a lot.
As I do want to credit, I do love that 21 throwback on the 21 truck. I love how they take it from the Cup Series and throw it onto the 21 in the trucks.
As now, the 52 is in the lead by himself. After all the costly mistakes people had, it's a lot. Shake is now saving fuel. Well, everybody is able. People have to save fuel and tires. You have to go 13 laps. So let's see who will possibly win this race off, saving or
That's a
caution.
good question. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean,
That's a good question.
I mean, if you think about it, though, guys, I mean, we did see a lot of cautions in stage 2, but now, I mean, the whole field is separate from one another. I mean, there's still a couple of close driving, but really, truly, if I was better, I would not hope for a caution. I would pull a cowboyish. Don't hope for a caution. Don't hope for a caution, and just keep things going. Try to be able to save your equipment and see what you can be able to do for you to go into victory lane.
As Dank is now exiting the pits, about to merge back on once it's clear, and he does safely as he goes a lap down to YB as he just passed him.
Tough break for Dank, especially after the ups and downs he's had in this race. I mean, he got a chance to lead a lap. That's great, but it doesn't change the fact that he is now a lap down. Which, if a caution were to come out, he would be the first truck to be getting the lucky dog at the moment. And I'm going to go through the field to be able to give each of them a little bit of airtime. But the 99 and the 02 are a small NASCAR fan. And of course, we see. I think there might be. Who is that? Is that Kush Knight going into pit road, or is that Secure the Perks?
That is, I believe that is Kush. I mean, yeah, that is Kush Knight. Yeah, that is Kush Knight.
Yeah, that's Kush Knight. Of course, we see the 17 of Moose, the 56 of Captain Jack. Of course, 23 Sickham. Just trying to give everybody a little bit of a TV time.
Moose is. That's a terrorist is slow. I don't know if he's saving or he got into the wall or something, but the 22 just went by him.
Yes, right now, the saving process is pretty much it's almost impossible because people can have I think 8 or 9 laps of fuel and
Oh,
their
the
tire
18 of Jason Cole
percentage.
almost, and the 20 of Aim into the wall, and he spins off of.
Oh,
Oh,
and we're still
And he
green.
spins, and we are still green. Wow, that's
They
a
coming in the pit
tough
early.
break for Logan, as he believe was trying to pit and just hit the wall and spun.
I don't trust these cars lapped over each other right behind or right in front of YB better, as they are going 3 wide
There
in
go
Oh
front
three
of
my
him.
wide.
gosh. Oh
They would
my.
refuse to
Oh my
lose. It's the
god.
21 is moving the ball out the
Look
way.
at Dank. Dank is saying, move out
Yo,
of my
there
way.
was
I don't
YB
want to
better
go
coming in
2
the pit.
laps down.
He pretty
YB
much
better
uses bumper.
going into the pits. Here
Who
we
did
go.
give
We're
out your
trying to see
Delta?
what YB. I think so. YB better coming in the pit road. It's looking clean. Great job by him.
I believe, is Dallas one the lead ball?
No, he shouldn't be in the lead. I don't think.
As going back to Dank, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to go 2 laps down," so he was just shoving everyone out of his way.
So was that him that did
56.
shove the 56 and the
I
22?
I, I
No, the
believe I
56 is
believe
in the lead.
Okay,
I
56 is in the lead. Okay, thank you.
I think Dank moved the. I think that's the 98 behind. I think that is Secure the Perks behind. Nope, it's the 88 behind Dank. So.
I'm trying to find the 56 of Captain Jack. There he is. Who, I gotta say this though, is that he's been struggling a lot in the Cup Series, but it's always great to get a chance to see him back because if anybody remembers, we have seen those tremendous battles between him and Shake and Bake for the championship. I think the last, let's talk about maybe 2-3 seasons in a row, it's been nothing but Captain
Yes.
Jack and Shake and Bake. So.
Yep. And them two been having great battles. It was him. Yeah, with Shake and Bake, Captain Jack, and Ghost Killer. He used to be in trucks. Great battles between them three. Now it's Shake all by him lonesome inside trucks, but only for this race you do have Captain Jack coming down to the truck series for Atlanta. So this is all nothing but a saving race now. It's a ticking time bomb. As we're coming to 3 to go, we're trying to see who will win this between Jack or Shake right now. Because Shake.
Question is, has Captain Jack saved enough to where he can make it?
That's a good
Gotta
question.
save tires and fuel. Hard is a hard quest to do, but all up to these drivers right here.
And
Can they show their skill?
And not to mention, don't forget, is that, as far as, our manual cautions, those are out the window. The only time if we do see a real caution would be the in-game caution. As we do see YB Beta is slowly gaining up on Captain Jack. Jack's out, he's not going to be able to save. So now it is all, I guess, who's in the lead now?
Jack
is it Beta?
is hawking. No, Jack is still in the lead because he didn't pit
I
yet.
believe Shake and Bake is catching him.
Jack and Shake are close right now. They are they are really close.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. I mean,
It's going to be 1 to go coming around.
This is gonna get interesting.
Yo, let's see, did Jack save enough?
If Jack did save enough,
slow.
I'm gonna give credit if he did save enough, but Shake is catching him rapidly.
As we're now approaching to the white flag this time by, has Jack saved enough fuel? Has he saved enough tires? Because Shake and Bake is right there. He is right by his side. If I was Jack, I'd throw my mirror away, chuck that thing, hope it hits Shake and Bake, because he's got to be able to keep going.
Shake is battling the 68, so that is helping Jack as they go down the backstretch.
Shake ran out of tire, and that was
Oh my God!
Jack won the race!
Jack is gonna win. Wow.
Oh my gosh, and yet your winner is going to be the 56 of
Shake
Captain Jack!
is flipping!
Oh, Shake is upside down. Oh, he's in the grass, and he's upside down in the grass.
He can't get back around. He's in 3rd now.
Is Shake gonna fall even more? He can't get.
Shake might not make it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He's falling positions now in 4th.
Moves into the wall.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's top 5. That is top 5.
Wow.
Oh my
As
god.
Bobby better pass them before the end.
I gotta give credit to Jack. He managed to save while everyone else had to pit. What a bold strategy from Captain Jack to get the win.
Man, I don't know how in the world he did that, but he refused to lose. That's what I do know, man. He pulled off that great strategy of saving fuel and mixing and saving tires.
Tough break for
Electric.
Shake as he blew a tire and basically went from second to fifth.
Can you bring me Captain Jack and I guess you can see as far as who finished top 3, I believe.
Okay.
Oh man, what a finish that was.
That was crazy. Man, he pretty much showed everyone that he still got in the truck series.
Yeah, that saving, man. That's what caused a lot of people.
Wow, what a finish.
Okay, so it's Jack, Nate, and Terrell.
Okay. Yeah, Nate.
Terrell with a top 5 or a top 3 actually.
I don't know how in the world they saved that tire, man. That was crazy.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jack's a cup guy, not a truck guy. So another non-cup guy, truck guy wins in the truck series.
That's literally
And
2 in a row that's happened.
yep, and remember, the only person to win in the truck series is Shake right now, as I seen. He's the only person that won in trucks other than I'm sure Jackson, as he won Daytona. But other than
As
that,
per sources in the Discord, movement could be getting a suspension according to Heredia.
Did you invite him there, Electric?
I gotta invite them.
All right. But real quick though, as far as other situations that have happened tonight, I definitely want to send a shout out to Slide Shooter because he did finish inside the top 10 in his first start. So congratulations to Slide Shooter. He had himself a really great race. But man, what a race that was. And of course, and speaking of second non-truck series winners, there's this guy right here who knows what it takes to win in the truck series, Mr. Captain Jack. Jack, welcome to the booth, man.
Thank you.
Man, how do you feel after that race? I mean, it was nothing but a good old battle between you and Shake. What was going through your mind on the last lap?
I still got it. And hopefully I had enough tire to make it. That's
I mean, did you pretty much just grab your mirror, just threw it out the way, just not think about it, just kind of hope you get a chance to reach to the finish line?
I knew Shake was the only one that was doing what I was trying to do. Everyone else would have been too far back unless I blew a tire like entering 3 or 4. That would be the only way they would have got to me. But I got lucky and had just enough where it blew right at the line.
Very well said, very well said. And of course, I'm not the one that should be asking the questions too, so I'll let you, you have any questions for our winner?
Yo, man, Jack, I want to know, man. You got any type of cheating device or something?
I just have throttle control. And I'm stable
bro.
with the truck.
No, bro, because ain't no way you can save. I'm gonna congratulate you on how you.
I
Tires
didn't, you
at
didn't,
Atlanta.
so if you made it all the way to the, as far as you could get and
On the
run
first stint.
and split it right in half, you could make it on one stop. But if you knew you couldn't save the tires, you're better off going 2 stop.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to congratulate you on that. That crazy win. I mean, saving tires and fuel. I think that's almost impossible here at Atlanta. But um, just great job on what you did today.
Thanks, yeah, an amazing job indeed. And of course, I know I'm hearing myself echoing, so somebody's currently echoing the party. But Slick NASCAR, I know you definitely have some questions for our race winner. Go ahead and ask him, buddy. Slick?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, what a win from you, Jack. I mean, it's just me and Jake and Electric were sitting here on the booth, like, oh, can Shake catch him? And he ended up blowing a tire out of 4. So, congrats on the win, and what a strategy call.
All right, very well said. Nate, is Nate in here?
Yep.
All right, do you got your microphone added to the party so everybody can hear you?
Yes, as always allow, yeah.
All right, awesome. So first of all, I want to say congratulations on the top 3, but of course, it definitely had some risk taken. So, take us from your point of view in the last lap. We saw what happened to Shake, but how did it feel to get a chance to finish second?
Oh, I wanted that whatever truck in first place to go fly into a catch fence so badly. Yeah, I wanted to win, but I guess congratulations to him. He had it planned out better than me. I wasn't even planning it from the start. I kind of just realized that I made it a lot of laps for the first run, so I decided just to save it for the second run. So that's cool.
And of course, something that we talked about this though is that the last couple of weeks you've had some amazing finishes, but this one puts the icing on the cake. So how much momentum does it feel to get a chance to help you go into Iowa this week?
Said Iowa's next week.
Yep.
Yes.
Oof. We're just gonna hope for a top 10 or something.
Very well said. And of course, let's go ahead and have Electric and Slick go ahead and ask some questions. So Electric, take away.
Okay. Nate the best. I thought I would hear a different voice coming out of you. All right, let me stop playing. All right. Nate, I want to know how was your truck feeling overall out of the whole race, and also, did you expect yourself to finish inside the top 3? With all the commotion and talks about the ending of the race.
Well, I mean, had a bad fast truck in stage 1, almost won it, so I think the 2 truck blew a tire or something into me, but I guess that's that. We moved on, something happened in stage 2, something bad happened, we'll just say that. And then stage 3, we just did it.
Nice.
Is that your question?
Good job.
I forgot.
Yeah, no, I was just asking you, like, how was your truck overall in the whole race, and the commotion that happened overall in the last bit of the race in the last stint.
She was bad fast, but the whole race was just saving, so I kind of had to just drop it into some draft and, save. And commotion in the last lap. I wanted more chaos.
Very well said. Very well said. Slick, do you have any questions for Nate the best?
Yeah, so, if there was a couple more laps in the race, you think you could have caught, Jack and, Shake there at the end? If there were,
There's
like,
a couple
10,
more
15
laps.
more laps.
My tire would have been blown.
Accurate point. Yeah, Shake's tire blew too, so he wouldn't have been the only one.
Yeah. It did blow right at the line.
The thing about this though is that it's kind of blessing the skies for Nate to be able to finish top 3 if it wasn't for that happening. So hey, either way though, it had an amazing run tonight, and we cannot wait to see how things go for you at Iowa this week.
Alright.
Don't leave yet because we want to have your final thoughts before we move into next week. But of course, we got to talk to Mr. Terrell. Terrell, you got a copy, buddy?
I hear you loud and clear.
All right. So something I want to talk about this though is that last week you had a struggling run at Canadian Tire. This week you finished inside the top 3. How do you feel right now?
I feel good. I feel it's a little bittersweet because I feel like not to boast, but I feel like I had a chance I could have won this race. I got put in a bad predicament in the first stage of the race, was just biding my time in the top 4 and got ran over going into pits by somebody and put me 2 laps down, so I basically had to play catch up the rest of the race, and I was able to manage my tires and save enough fuel towards the end there, the back end at the third stage to come home with a top 3. I expected more people to try to save, but that wasn't the case.
What does this run mean to you, especially after the struggles you've had over the last couple of weeks?
Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, even with Canadian Tire, I finished, I think, around 6th or 7th. I'm not really good at road courses, so I kind of overachieved with that. To be honest, I was happy with that finish. And this week, I mean, just added on, stockpiling a better finish, and just getting better and better. I feel like I'm gonna have a good chance to have a chance at the win next week at Iowa. That's one of my favorite tracks. So I think I'm going in the right direction in this league. It's been, tit for tat here for the past month, but I think I'm going in the right direction.
Very well said. I'm going to take it on over to Electric to ask you some questions. And Electric, take it away.
Yo, teammate, how you feeling today? And also, how did your truck feel? I know what you said earlier about your truck being down 2 laps down. It seems like it was almost nearly impossible to finish anywhere inside the top three. But um, tell me, how much did you fight for the top three?
No, I fought for it. I was just, like I said, I was just biding my time. People started saving and trying to manage their tires a little bit, so I just took advantage of when people got out of the lane, got out of the groove, and or went high. And I just tried to. My plan was in the third stage was just be in the top. My ultimate plan was to be in the top 5, top 3 at the end of stage 2, going into stage 3, so I could put myself in position to try to win. But when I got put in that predicament, I pretty much was it was basically my mindset was make up as many spots as I can while trying to save my tires as best as I can. And I think I was in the top 10, you know, before I had to pit. And once I seen the tire wear and I seen the fuel, I told myself I'm gonna be ballsy and try to save about a lap and a half if I can. And luckily, I was able to do it. I thought I'll be honest, I thought Shake was going to win because I thought he came maybe a lap or two after I did, so I thought he was in good position. But I seen he blew a tire on the last lap, so I guess not.
Yep, and teammate, great job today, and hope the best for you next week.
Appreciate it.
All right, and of course, Slick, do you have any questions for Terrell?
Yeah, it's kind of a not like a driver wise, but how did the track feel to you, like condition wise? Was it good? Was it okay? Was it bad?
It was good. I feel like I said, I feel like my setup was pretty smooth. I thought it seemed like it was some people were tight, because people were pushing up the track a little bit, and you know how Atlanta is. It's basically like a super speedway, kind of where it's like everybody's just hogging the bottom. Nobody wants to get knocked out of the groove, so people were like brake checking and letting off in the middle of the corner. That was kind of frustrating me, but for the most part, it didn't track feel like that. It always feels. It just nice and slick, and if you got a decent setup in, and you're gonna be able to have a smooth car. It's pretty easy, but it seemed like there was a lot of slipping and sliding out there.
Yeah, from what I could tell from watching from the booth, there were a lot of cars that were slipping and sliding and going up into the wall. So, congrats on the top three, and good luck next week at Iowa.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, and of course, something that we got to get a chance to do before we end the stream is get a chance to talk to all top three drivers, give them their final thoughts and comments, of course, of their races that they have next week. Except with Captain Jack, he has a big race tomorrow at Texas. So I'm gonna start off with Terrell. Any final thoughts and comments before next week's race to Iowa?
Uh, hopefully, I just hope everybody has a good race, and for my sake, I hope I'm qualify well and I'm able to just put myself in a better position early on and I don't get ran over in the pits. But you know, and I expect hopefully we get to a track where we can actually get into some good racing, good runs instead of having to worry about saving tire and stuff. That's not nothing wrong with the league, just the game in general. So hopefully we have a good one next week. Yeah.
Dang.
What do you say?
All right, we definitely got to get Nate's thoughts because I know he's not really looking forward to Iowa. But any final thoughts or comments you have before next week?
Oh, I hope it's like fuel saving or something. That's about it.
Very well said. And of course, Captain Jack, you have your big race tomorrow at Texas. Do you have any thoughts on that race?
Hopefully I don't die.
Very well said, man. Very well said. But hey, congratulations to you guys. Especially congratulations to Captain Jack on the big win. Let you guys go. Have a great night. We'll see 2 out of 3 of you guys next week.
You have a great night too.
Alrighty, and of course that is a crazy race that we got a chance to talk about it, and I'm still here myself for some reason. But anyways, y'all still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
make sure you're still there. But anyways, something I want to talk about is that electric. We went from seeing Shake and Bake trying to be able to catch up to Captain Jack, but things did not go his way. Yet where can Shake carry going into Iowa this week?
I mean, Shake gotta, suck it up, he needs to take this as a lesson, and knowing that he lost this race because of tire saving and fuel saving, it takes a real person to just be like, all right, okay, and moves on to the next race because somebody like him that is basically dominant in the truck series, he won 2 championships, won multiple races here in the truck series, and he knows how to get it done. It's just today he didn't get it done today, so he needs to he just needs to calm down. If he's mad, I can feel the pain. I understand because happened to me before too. So he just needs to calm down, think it over, and just say, "Hey, it's okay," and moves on to the next race at Iowa and focus on that race more than he did this time.
Very well said, very well said. And of course, Slick NASCAR is that we've seen so much chaos happening. Is that what can the Truck Series drivers do for them to be able to get a win? Especially since now we've had 2 non-truck drivers win back-to-back races.
Hold on. It's gonna be Iowa's a track where it's a short track, but it's one of the more difficult short tracks to drive. So it's gonna come down to who can figure out the track, and I guess whoever has a good car can hopefully outrun the Xfinity and Cup guys if they do end up hot seating. So it'll be an interesting race next week at Iowa. I'm curious to see what'll happen.
Very well said. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for our time here tonight up in the broadcast booth. From all of us here at Hennessy, for Slick, for Electric Days, I am Jake. And as far as the Truck Series, we'll see you guys next week at Iowa. But do not forget, don't miss it. Doubleheader tomorrow night with the Xfinity goes to Dover for our first Dash for the Cash race. And of course, talk about the big race. Cup Series is going to the Texas. Myself and Brody will be calling that race, so do not miss out on that. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm Jake saying so long, and for the Truck Series, we'll see you next week at Iowa.